Up until very recently, nightshades caused a big problem with me and inflammation. Very, very achy and just feel very stiff everywhere, and felt like I had more brain fog, and was more irritable, probably because of all the inflammation. That after I would eat things like tomatoes, potatoes, I'll put a list of everything here that is all nightshade family vegetables, root vegetables. They were a really big deal for me to cut out when I started having chronic arthritic symptoms from Lyme disease. When I did cut out these vegetables, I noticed a big decrease in inflammation. And actually, my mom has arthritis, and she cut out a lot of this stuff for a while, and then she has just cut it down now and just isn't eating as much, and noticed a big difference in her arthritis symptoms. So the reason that we have a reaction, or some people have a reaction to nightshades, is that it has solanine and atropine in it, and those two substances create an inflammatory response in the body. Now, depending on where we lived, our ancestors lived, I should say, and the way that our bodies developed, evolved throughout the centuries, is that certain areas had more plants with more of this and certain areas had less. And so our ancestors ended up being susceptible to having a inflammatory response to some of these vegetables, whereas some of our ancestors didn't develop that response. Some plants have much more of it than other plants do, and some animals that actually eat these plants get very sick from eating some small amounts of them, which is why these plants developed these or developed more of these properties to them, is because it was a defense mechanism for them so that people and animals wouldn't eat them. And atropine is huge in deadly nightshade, and I think it has some solanine too. And deadly nightshade is one of like the big like witches brews, herbs through over the years. They actually used it in World War II as an antidote to nerve gas. It was the only thing that was helping people with their nervous system issues after being exposed to nerve gas. I thought that was interesting. When I cut down on the nightshades, I basically cut out everything with nightshades in it. Anything with the solanine in it. So that made a markedly huge improvement very, very quickly, because I was eating a lot of tomatoes and potatoes. Now, I had food allergies, and my food allergies made it so that I could not eat the tomatoes anymore, so that wasn't so much of a problem. But when I cut out potatoes, I noticed a dramatic change in the inflammation. The solanine and the atropine is just a toxin that ends up floating around our systems, and our body can't really do anything with that itself. So I just wanted to share how extremely beneficial it was to me and to my mom for her arthritis, and to just look into seeing if cutting back on some of these, or maybe cutting them out for a little bit and doing an elimination diet, would actually help with some of your overall inflammation in the body. All right, well, have a great night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.